What's going on, ladies and gents? DJBoost here, bringing you guys today some more Battlefield Hardline gameplay. And today we'll be talking about Getaway, one of the, I personally think, one of the better infantry DLCs that we've actually received in Battlefield Hardline. I know you're all thinking, isn't Getaway all like around like Hotwire and, you know, the new grab bag game mode and, you know, the souped up cars? Yes, you're absolutely right, but they've also put some, you know, these maps have turned out pretty well for my favorite game mode, Blood Money. Now, talking specific about each map here, let's start off with my current favorite, Pacific Highway. Now, this map here is based off California, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, on Blood Money for infantry-focused gameplay, that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about here, because infantry-focused combat is what Hardline's mostly about. So, you have two houses. Each side, pretty much, is where the Blood Money is located. Now, when engaging in the center, the multiple tunnels, the multiple routes, the flank, the ceiling that can collapse in, it really opens up, you know, great combat in the central areas. And even when fighting over in the valleys, moving in towards the Blood Money, there's still decent cover, you know, to fire across. It's definitely a great map of crossing the line almost, where you have to push each side if there's a good enough firefight, and crossing over really is either you're going to run into a lot of people or you're going to get the flank off, because there's only two ways you can go to the Blood Money pile, and if you kind of get on the right one and you play your cards right, you can hit off a massive flank, but you have to run the issue of pretty much running into the enemy spawn. Now, there is the big lighthouse over on the side that provides for that sniper support, but I find it funny because there's a bunch of signs over the place that says don't snipe because they want you to play the objective, because no one ever plays the objective anymore because everyone's sniping because, you know, first-person shooters have turned into first-person snipers at this point. But yeah, Pacific Highway, absolutely amazing. Hotwire game modes, it plays great too, with epic car chases and the new souped-up sports cars and whatnot. Oh, it is sexy when you hear those things roar, and when you chase someone and blow it up, it is absolutely fantastic. Moving on to train dodge. Literally, a friggin' cave. The central of the area is the cave where the train crosses through, with a route that goes beside the cave that you can flank in the enemy area. Playing on that hill very strategically, playing spawn beacons, things like that, and have a great way into the team's flank and right into their Blood Money pile. Just dominating the enemy team if you play your cards right. Now let's talk about the train. Well, you can ride the train. You can ghost ride that whip. I'm so sorry. I'll never speak again. You can hop on the train. It's advantageous for both teams, because if you're on the criminal side, you can ride it into the Blood Money area. And if you're on the cops, you can ride it out to your area. Not directly out, but it gets you out far enough where you can get away from combat and then get to your base. So it really does offer a great tacticality point and when playing the game. Double Cross. Honestly, this map here, it was one of the more confusing ones out of the bunch. I really like the way it's designed. Sorry about the cuts. I'm still sick. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I like the way the map's designed, but it seemed kind of confusing with all the hills and all the different ways that the cops and criminals intercepted at the center money pile. It really turned out kind of awkward, and sometimes you find yourself turning your back to the cop spawn and getting absolutely decimated. It was really awkward at sometimes, but it still played out fun once you get the hang of it. It's just based around the Mexican border, and honestly, it's absolutely fantastic. I love just the weird close range different routes you can hit people from, and just having control of one certain area really proves nonetheless that your teams are doing a good job or not so good of a job. And lastly, let's talk about the map that really I didn't get too much time to experience, Diversion. Now, this map kind of takes central place inside of a, it's in the flood center, the Houston Flood Diversion Center. And the close quarters proximity of it, it really blends interestingly, especially with all the different hallways you can take. And if you play your cards right while they're going with a loud weapon or silent weapon, you can really utilize both aspects to win in firefights. You know, you can play the really stealthy role, or you can go loud guns blazing. Both are very advantageous, but making sure you control and have I guess a visual awareness or some sort of awareness of your surroundings is very key to this map, or else you're going to wind up regretting not watching that one flank or hallway because someone's probably going to come out of it and murder your dumb ass. Honestly, each of these maps really play nicely for infantry combat. They even add some micro destruction in, like you'll notice in Pacific Highway when you're in the houses, you can blow out chunks of the wall, and it's really fun. It just kind of reminds me of Rainbow Six Siege, where you can blow out little holes in the wall. Obviously, it's not to that depth, but you can blow holes out in the wall and kill through a wall and kill back through a wall. It just adds for absolute chaos when you're in close range, and then it makes you really jumpy once you're in a room and holy shit, there's like 50 holes. Where am I going to die from? Honestly, the map packs are really fun. I'm enjoying them. Every gun will have their own review. There's so many to list off. Some of the big numbers here, we've got the M5 SD, which is the MP5 integratedly suppressed, that big one from Call of Duty 4 everyone always used. We've got the AUG Para, UMP9. This was very focused around the mechanics, so as you can tell from this DLC. Some other weapons were added, like the SAR-21 for the assault class, the G17 race pistol, I can't wait to unlock and try, and many, many more. There's even an all-around kit sniper, the AWS, now AWM, which is an integrated suppressed version of the sniper, which is interesting to try out because they always do funny things with integrated suppressed weapons, and I really want to try it. But honestly, guys, oh wait, how could I forget the iconic Model 1887 shotgun? You know, the one that the Terminator uses, and if you played Modern Warfare 2, the badass flip reloads, that gun's in the game with the cool Easter egg reload. If you take off the, I believe you put on the stock and the barrel, you can do the cool flips and shit, so I can't wait to try that. Once again, every gun will have a review coming up. It's just going to take me time to get some footage. As you can see here, I only have the M5 SD, which you will see in its own review, because I had no freaking money in the game. I thought I had tons, but I guess I didn't. I don't know what the hell. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap today's video. If I left anything out, please let me know down below. I'm pretty sure I covered it. The maps, like I said, they're very simple, they're very good, and I like them. They're clean, they're simple, and they play well. Unfortunately, Battlefield Hardline, you guys need to give it a chance. It's a different beast than Battlefield 4, and you can't just jump with the norm. And by the way, to the person that said, is it even worth of a time, and made a half-assed video, you guys should know what I'm talking about if you get the idea. If you're just going to feed to the norm, don't upload content. Upload content if you want to, not just because it's simple for you to bash on something that everyone wants to hear. Anyways, guys, without further ado, I'm the Marshmallow, and I'll see you sexy beasts in the next episode. Peace.